Hey ADU fans, Jeff Baker, ADU for you, and I'm standing out in the Central Park neighborhood of Denver. Not in the typical location you find me in the alley. I'm actually in the front of the house with an attached garage on it, and we are going to go take a look at an attached ADU. So quite different from what we typically are doing in the Denver area. You know, Denver's houses, at least all the old Denver housing stock, all had detached garages on the rear of the property, and that's what we would either be building onto, which is very rare that we do convert those because a lot of times they can't be converted. But we typically will be demoing out, building a new garage and putting an ADU above that. The whole building is an ADU according to Denver code. This one is an attached because it already has a garage on it. This garage is a 2-car garage. You can see the double garage door, and the left side of the garage had an extended tandem bay that the previous homeowner put a bunch of windows back there and some skylights in and used it as a greenhouse. So this is the greenhouse ADU. It doesn't look like a greenhouse anymore, but when the homeowners had purchased it, the neighbors next door said that that place was full of plants and vegetables that the owner was growing. So this house currently has 6 people living in it. So you have the family with 2 kids and the grandparents, and the grandparents built a mother-in-law suite, and that's what we're gonna go take a look at. All right, so let's go through the side gate along the side of the house here and look at our attached ADU. Quite a nice space down the side of the house. They've gone ahead and installed a little mini garden here, but it has got some giant tomato plants, and we are going to produce a bunch of veggies out of that thing. So you walk around the side of the home, and once again, this was the rear of the garage. So it already did have windows in there. There was actually one more window that we removed. We needed the wall space. It's typically something we don't do. So now we're in the backyard of this home. Once again, no alley, and very suburban type neighborhood. And the ADU is right behind me. The house is right here. So if it is a true mother-in-law and you're interested in actually having families spend time together in the same house, you have that ability. If you want to keep it separated off, you have that ability to do that as well. Once again, like I had said, the homeowners were very specific about the design. There'd been done a lot of research. Had already designed and remodeled small spaces that they had lived in. So they knew exactly what they wanted, and they had very specific finishes and touches that they wanted, and a good vision. And everything that's been put in here, the design and all the decorating, has been done by the homeowners, and it is absolutely spectacular. This is a great little spot, completely livable, and it's all in 300 square feet. So let's go take a look inside. All right, so you walk into the living space. And as you can see, there's architectural salvage in the light fixtures. All this bookcase and finishes was done by the homeowner. Just really cool taste in this little small space. So this big cabinet behind me over here is actually the Murphy bed. Got a TV up here on the wall. It just feels really nice. Heating and cooling, so the HVAC is all done with mini split. And as you can see from the greenhouse, we have 2 skylights right over the couch here. Plenty of light in here. It's evening time, sun's getting close to going down. It's plenty bright. Like I said, mini split is being used. It's an in ceiling one unit. Fairly quiet. They've been extremely happy with the performance of it. And you can move into the kitchen. A nice two-person seating breakfast bar, your butcher block, and it's got a full kitchen in it. So you do have your range, a dishwasher down here, microwave. The fridge is tucked in right here. And plenty of storage. They actually have some closet space used in here. So I'm standing in the very well designed, space conscious bathroom with your all-in-one washer dryer, a little sink and countertop, and a shower over here behind me. There's a toilet here. And one of their favorite features is this little laundry pulley. She uses it all the time. It's very functional. You can definitely live here. There are two people that are living here. And it doesn't feel quite tiny house sized in the appliances or anything. The tall ceilings really help. Cabinetry all the way up to the ceiling. So when we first came and looked at the home, I initially thought this was going to be an easy permit because it's a 2017 built home, but it actually we had code cycled one code ahead. So it was under 2015 code in 2017, and when we got into that, we had gone into another code cycle, like I said. So it wasn't as much of a easy conversion as we had originally anticipated. So with it being a garage, it had been insulated, it had drywall. We did have to do some retrofitting to get our insulation values up and whatnot. But when I showed up on site, I started talking to the homeowners. Once again, you have the grandparents that had a very specific design in mind. They had lived in small living spaces before, ADU type situations, and they had done several remodels and designs and floor plans and layouts. So when they came to us, they had exactly what they wanted in mind. And when they purchased the home, as a family, they knew that they wanted to turn that back space into this mother-in-law suite. So it's only 300 square feet. And the reason it's 300 square feet is the space was about 300 square feet. It was actually 322 square feet is what we wanted to use. But in the old Denver ADU code, before the new regulations and rules changed for ADUs, in Denver, you could only build an attached ADU at 300 square feet. So this is a lot different from a lot of the Denver homes that are rear loading garages off of the alley. Most of the new Denver housing stock has the front loading garages with a driveway and no alley. So there was no need for that. So it's an attached ground level, first floor, 300 square foot attached ADU. So that's pretty much a wrap. It's 300 square foot exactly, attached to the main house, converted on the rear side of a garage. Another successful ADU project from ADU for You. We do detached and attached ADUs. Typically in Denver, we're doing more detached ADUs just because of the old Denver housing stock in some of the newer neighborhoods. And with the new Denver zoning code changing to allow ADUs in all residential neighborhoods upcoming here very shortly, all residential neighborhoods in Denver will be allowed to build one of these. Feel free to reach out. We can talk about building one for you.